if I'm struggling to come up with a way to introduce the show, you know it's Monday. Hey, everybody, which means it's another episode of Effin Rager. I'm Connor Clifton, joined, as always, by my lovely co-host, Ned Gale. How's it going, Ned?
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing swell, to answer your question.
Oh, great. Yeah, you know...
Is it possible to get onto a microphone on the radio without going like, hey, like right when you start? For both of us. Like, I feel like I've done that every single time.
The alternative is...
You're listening to...
Yeah, the dryness of your lips cracking and popping.
10,000 lives, 10,000 stories.
And everyone has one. No, that's on that other crappy public radio station. We're on the good one, KPFT. And, we got some paper here. Are we still going on to... No, I'm not going to read that.
You shouldn't just read paper that's on the table.
Sorry. I found the paper there. I didn't know what it was.
Maybe I could start leaving some notes here.
Do you like me? Yes, no, maybe so.
Let's get to the business. Connor, I'm going to ask you for the first time ever.
Thank you.
How was your freaking weekend?
Well, not as good as my Monday when you finally asked me how my weekend was.
All right.
My weekend was... much needed. Yep, I've been working real hard in the factory that I work at.
What did was that Saturday morning we were cleaning the house? We were like, screw it, turn on Bachman Turner Overdrive. We're working, boys, now.
So I think it was...
We were literally like sweeping.
Yeah, it was either Saturday or Sunday where you wanted to put on some punk cassette tape, and I was just like, hey man, why don't we put on BTO and just kind of chill out and have a good time? Let's see. My freaking weekend, it was my first weekend after this new job I have, so I was very, very tired. Mm-hmm. And Friday, we went out to the DSA comedy show.
Yeah. Went to a little haha.
Yeah, over at Rec Room.
Yeah.
Which I thought was BYOB. And we found...
Great, confess on the air.
Yeah, I found out when we arrived, and we had, in fact, B, our own B. Mm-hmm. We could not bring it inside. And so we had to sit out on the street. And
with paper bags, which was funny because we were joking about buying 40s at the gas station. We're like, wouldn't it be funny if we showed up to the party with 40s?
Yeah.
Which would not be funny because we were just standing outside drinking 40s.
Yeah, like, just old English.
Can't wait here to make some jokes.
And then we went back to our place after that, and I tried to stay up late, but I couldn't, and I clocked out. And then I woke up early the next day, and...
We did some filming Saturday.
Yeah, we're filming for Spooky Stand-Up. You've heard us talk about it before. We finally wrapped on shooting for our sketch. Feeling pretty good about that.
Yep, now comes the work.
Yeah, the editing part. That's I do not envy you.
No, it's good footage. I'm really excited about it.
All right, well, if you need any help, just let me know.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
Then Saturday night, I felt... Oh, I went and saw Patton Oswalt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got to hang out with my dad. I raged with my dad. We had quite a lot of drinks. It was really nice.
Is your dad a rager? Like, did he
used to be. Yeah, I'll let him tell those stories.
We should have your dad on.
Yeah. Okay. He likes KPFT.
I mean, just because your dad's always going, K, to every story you tell him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Ouch. Ice cold, Ned. So after that, I went to Continental Club and I saw your band perform.
Yeah.
Music thing that you do.
It's a big music thing. There's a lot of members.
What do they call the swimwear department?
Swimwear departments.
Yeah,
I was dressed as a beautiful mermaid.
Yeah, that was awesome. We met some people there. That was, we heard a lot of good stories. Wish we brought the recorder. We got to get better about bringing.
We need to do some more Man on the Street, guys. If you were at Staple, we're still working on your stories. We're gonna edit those and throw those up soon. But as always, if you guys have a crazy story to tell us, you can call us right now at 713-526-8737, or you can call us on the Rager pager. That's 510. Hi, Rager.
It's 910.
910. Hi, Rager.
Yeah, just call, leave us a voicemail. We guarantee you we will play it on air. We may have to beep out some cursey words.
Or the whole story if it's boring.
Yeah. Oh, God. Look, that's what's taking us so long with the Staple footage.
Yes.
To be honest. Okay, so that was Saturday. And then Sunday, We just hung out around the house and we played Mario Party.
We did some laundry. We got some barbecue.
I caught a washer on fire.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was fun.
Were they mad?
They weren't happy about it. They knew, they were like, well, he could either take his clothes to another laundromat, or we could just tell him, don't do that again. And
you came back so casually when you're like, yep, caught the washer on fire, so it's going to be another 30 minutes.
Oh, it smelled bad.
Yeah.
It was burning.
Cool.
But it had a lot of water in it, so I don't know how that works. But
clothing was fine.
I'm not a laundryman.
Greek fire they use for those.
And then again, we just all hung out and played video games. It was a really fun time. Am I missing anything?
No, that's about it. I went to a rock and roll show last night and then came home. It was a freaking weekend.
Yeah. You know what? I'd say this weekend was 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And speaking of 10 out of 10, our next guest is a 10 out of 10 kind of guy. Everybody, please welcome the very talented, very amazing, very funny. You've seen him do plays and Neo Benji here around town. You've heard him make silly voices in cartoons. Andrew J. Love, how the heck are you doing?
Yeah. I'm good. Whoa. I'm hot.
Yeah, he can.
Whoa.
I forgot how deep and boisterous your voice is.
I'm sorry.
He knows how to use that voice.
Hey.
Now, Andrew, anime, would you consider it cartoons or would you consider it anime? There's some people from my high school that will disagree.
Ooh, well, I think it can be both.
Okay.
I mean, just like we have adult cartoons like Heavy Metal. That's still a cartoon. It's still animated.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's not anime though.
No. I think anime has to be from Japan.
I don't know. I've heard
or
Anime.
I think at this point it's transcended.
Or comics. Let's just settle that debate right now.
Sure.
Like
sure.
you don't. I don't
actually
feel
pronounced
like
manga.
any style of animation. I don't feel like any style of animation has its own terminology besides anime. I'm so into like old Eastern European
there's
stuff.
thrash animation.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
doom animation.
No, there's not.
There's surf animation.
Psychedelic
There's
animation.
yeah.
No, you're so full of crap. I
Lo-fi.
I think. Do you think it's just like
EDA.
Yeah. Electronic dance animation.
do you think that we use the term anime out of respect, or like is the fan base just that dedicated to using proper terminology for the country?
It is a thing of its own, and I think to like say that question, like, does it have to be Japanese? I think at this point it's become so stylistically its own. Like someone can do like an
It's
anime
just genre.
spoof. Yeah. It's become its own. Like
Yeah.
a spaghetti western. They're saying that because the Italians made the best westerns. The hotels.
Westerns?
Yeah.
You
think westerns?
Westrin.
Westerns?
Yeah, isn't that what it's called? West Trent? So our friend Trent from the West.
You know, for the longest time, I didn't know that pamphlet had an H. I had to correct myself.
Pamphlet?
Yeah, I said it for decades.
It's pamphlet.
Pamphlet.
Yeah, there's two H's.
Man, I was way off.
I've never mispronounced a word, so I'm I'll go.
Did you say rard?
So the reason that we're asking about anime, for those who don't know, although I'm sure you do, is Andrew, you do voice acting for animes.
I do. I've been doing it now for about 13 years.
Dang.
I started back in 2005 with my first show, Gilgamesh, and it was actually, I was very fortunate to be in that, and also to have the character that I played, because it wasn't just like guard number one. It was a named character. It wasn't the lead, but it was like a kind of a secondary lead.
What's wrong with
like
guard
that.
number one?
Well,
That's what I've always played.
No guard number two.
because I think that for a lot of people, you can either break in or you work your way in.
Yeah.
And you know, if you work your way in, you start out as a smaller character because they want to kind of test the waters with what your abilities are. And if you're able to, you know, get the process down, because it's a very weird process. I mean, obviously, just doing this you have to get adjusted to listening to your own voice and being okay with it, and
Being okay with it.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that brings me joy.
Friggin' love it.
I listen to my tapes all the time. but you know, so to get over the sound of your voice, and then also be able to read and also watch and listen because you're hearing the Japanese, you're watching the animation, you're also reading, you're splitting a lot of focus, and at the same time still adding emotion that's appropriate to whatever has already been done. Because you're not creating this work, you're recreating what has already been done. And that is sometimes hard for established actors to grasp, because they think it's like you go in, you just record whatever you want, and they can fit the animation to it. And it's not that way with anime specifically, because the process is the animation has already been done, and then you lay the audio down.
Yeah,
whereas
the story has been told.
Yeah.
Like it's
Whereas like I've recently done some video game work, and you do the voice just off, and you give whatever it is, so you just create as much as you can, and then they take that and they put it to the animation. So
Can you tell us what video game?
Yes.
and this is an exclusive announcement for Effin Rager. Yeah.
Well, I did some extra work for
Is it Kingdom Hearts 3?
No, it's
Oh.
Paladins.
Have you heard of Pac-Man?
Paladin?
Paladins?
Is that a freemium mobile game? What is this?
It's something that you can buy on like it's like an MMORPG type. No, it's not RPG.
Mickey Mouse.
RPG?
Dude,
Okay.
This is really bad. I love the work, but I don't always follow through with exactly what it is. So,
Yeah.
I mean that kind of, I feel bad, but it's
You just walk in with your cigarette. Give me the script. All right. What am I reading?
okay, all right.
I'm a paladin. I'm mad. I feel my sword.
I'm a pirate. Oh, I'm a prospector. Through every character.
Oh, you've heard it.
Whoa, no one's gotten to that level. Yeah.
No, it's kind of like you get in a room and you're online with your buddies, and you're just trying to shoot the other players.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Like GoldenEye,
Yeah.
or Halo.
Hey,
or
look, game chat is not voice acting.
Okay.
Because you turn on the mic when you play.
Oh, well then,
put it on
I
your
actually haven't done it then.
Dude, I've had this gig 60 hours a week. Yeah.
Yeah, technically I've done voice
talking to
acting
these
in
guys.
Overwatch, Friday the 13th.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I just think it's amazing that you, in all seriousness, have done video game work.
Yeah, I'm actually, there's another one, and I get kind of shy and nervous in these. In fact, if you can see me, I'm like really, really red right now because I'm like shy. I'm in a dating game.
Sweet.
Where it's a girl can pick her own type of romantic conquest and follow, and I play a dude named Sirocco. And,
Whoa! Okay, wait. Can you
Not Sir Rocco, it's
Yeah.
Sirocco.
can you describe?
pulling it
can
up
you
for us?
draw this guy with some words?
Wait, he's going to his Twitter. I think we're getting something.
Okay.
I'll see. There is a trailer out. I'm just the worst at technology.
Connor, have you
Just
played
the worst?
dating sim games before? Like,
Yeah,
have you-
Tinder or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've played them.
Do you think Tinder's the ultimate simulation?
Yeah, I've played Harvest Moon, and I've definitely been like, I want to marry that girl. And then I bring her all the fruits and
What's
radishes.
that dating game where you date like horse people? It's real hot on Steam right now.
Centaur Cupid?
Centaur, you smarter than a.
It's called Akash Path of the Five, and I'll see if I can.
What a name for a dating game.
Yes, I am looking for a boyfriend. I shall walk the path of 5. Yes, 5 different men. One I shall
Water,
accost.
fire,
Yeah. All the men.
Okay, are you playing the trailer here?
Why? Are you trying to make me jealous?
Wait, are you in this trailer?
That was me.
That was you. You're such a good actor. I couldn't even tell it was you.
Are you trying to make me jealous? So that's coming out soon.
So wait, what kind of guy is Sri Lanka? What'd you say his name was?
Sirocco.
Sirocco.
Sirocco. Okay, yeah.
He's kind of sassy.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know,
I could tell.
playful but sarcastic.
He sounds cute.
Yeah.
Can Connor and I try to pick you up as
Sirocco.
what is it? Baraka?
Sirocco Obama? Yeah, let's get him.
Okay. So what's the situation? What room are you in when they find you? Are you like in the library or something?
It's been a year, dude. I don't know. I don't remember.
You forget such passion romance.
No, you walk into the Burger King he manages.
Yeah.
All right. So
Have it your way.
we get a comment? What's going on?
Oh, I got to say, yeah. Also play. What's your favorite dating sim that you've played?
Who, me?
It's or you as well. I'm getting. Someone says they've also played some dating sims. So I need some. Have you played any dating sims before outside of like Newgrounds?
Nah, man. I just date real life.
That's what I would say.
I don't see them.
But I still treat it the same way.
Oh, that's not true.
Constantly
That's
have
not
a
true.
harem maze. You know.
Annie and I have played The Sims, and we've created people that have dated in that. So
In The Sims.
in The Sims. So that's a dating sim.
Yeah, I guess that counts.
Yeah.
That's just
Have
a
you played
living
these
sim.
dating sims? You keep asking us.
No. I played like one or two, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw
There was a bunch
Dad
on-
Dating Simulator.
Yeah,
And then
daddies,
I've seen
dream
the, like,
daddies.
Adam Sandler School for Daters or something like that. I don't
Oh wait, is that one real? I thought it was just a screenshot.
I don't know. I don't ask if it's photoshopped or not. I like to keep the dream alive.
I want the dream to go further than the meme. So Andrew, that is one of the biggest things I'm always like so impressed is I don't get to see people in the booth often. Like I go in there and I get to do like dying guy number 6 and I'm like, ah! But like to see actual actors go in there and see how quickly you guys can like get the timing right, get the emotion right, still read it like all at the same time. It's such a muscle, and like it's an amazing muscle of like reinterpretation. That's why I was really excited. I met you at Sentai, or I guess ADV, I don't know, whatever it was at the time. But seeing you do Neo Benji afterwards, I was like, oh man, Andrew knows how this works. Like, he's been here, he's done this. Like,
I was really excited to be a part of Neo Benji, and I think the first one I did, you weren't a part of.
The first Neo Benji?
No, because I did a big Benji.
You did a big Benji.
Yeah.
Wait, your first Benji was a big Benji?
Yeah, my first.
Sweet.
We did Last Action Hero.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. I was not a part of it, no.
Yeah.
I got brought on for the next one.
Yeah, and then Connor and I did a big Benji.
Yeah, we did I Don't Wanna, You Can't Make Me, which was
Suburban Commando.
Yeah.
With Terry Hulk Hogan. And
That was the first big Benji I saw, and it blew my mind. I loved it so much.
It was really fun to do. We became very good friends through that.
I still think about there's like an ongoing joke about found art in that.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was hot right now.
Yeah.
It's like, I found this. Is this found art? Like throwing sticks at like
they go to a museum.
Real quick before we go any further, we should describe what Neo Benchi is. I know we talked about it on the show, but it is so
it's kind of oh man. It's taking a video clip of anything, really. I mean, it could be, a movie, a television show, a commercial, an infomercial.
Your dad's old home videos.
Dad's home videos.
I got a few of those. I've been working on them.
Y'all shot, y'all?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all
Ned
shot your own original footage?
Yeah, we do the Boisty Boys, which is where
Boisty
we
Boys.
film us doing something, and then what are you giggling about? We got a good comment?
Dusty said, so handsome, and then a comment down said, I met Andrew Love, by the way. It's the stash.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
All right, well, maybe Connor and I need to be more in the camera. That might be the problem. She can't see.
right, yeah.
Okay.
Truly handsome we are.
All right, I think I solved it.
All right, yeah, we're good.
I see Grace Wynn commented again.
He said his favorite sim dating game is Hakuoki, which
yes.
you've played a character in. I don't know if you did the dating sim, but you did the show.
I actually didn't do the dating sim, but I was the Hijikata.
Hijikata.
Yeah.
That show is sweet.
Yeah.
That was one of those shows when I first started working there. I was like kind of cutting through the
And
masters.
based on historical events.
Okay, yeah.
But fused with demons and other magical
fleeting
anime
blossoms.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
We should watch it sometime. It's pretty good.
Okay. All right. He suggested a couple animes to me before, and I'm like, what is the one that you had me watching? Made in Abyss?
Made in Abyss. It's it gets better. I know the intro is cutesy and slow.
Like, otaku, like
Take the time. It gets dark, y'all.
Dude, if you want to watch an anime, watch My Love Story.
Do watch.
Is that the one that you're in?
Yeah.
All right, can you tell me about it?
Yeah, it's about high school love. It's kind of like
And high school love is not you in high school, right?
No. I've been recently watching
It's a last name joke.
Big Mouth.
Yeah.
And that's obviously very funny and very relatable about being, an adolescent and going through changes and things like that. But my love story is kind of similar in a way, but very, very sweet and not vulgar at all. It's about a big guy who looks like he's 40, but he's a sophomore in high school. And he's a very nice guy, always does the right thing, very, very helpful, awesome at sports, but just terrible with women. And his best friend is just amazingly beautiful, and all the women want him. So he saves a girl from a
That
groper.
must be what it's like for Ned.
What the?
I mean,
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
I just got another chat thing. Dusty said I'm really handsome. I don't know, man.
But anyways, he saves this girl from a groper on the train, and her his friends there, and they all afterwards go home, and he's fallen for her, but then he realizes, oh, she probably just likes my best friend, but I'll do everything in my power to make that work. But then it turns out that she actually likes him.
It's so heartwarming.
It's really like, oh, okay, yeah, it's very sweet and stuff like that. But the animation and what the character of Takeo gets to do, he's all over the map. So I get to do a lot of vocal range in it. So I'll be like, well, I don't know what I want to do about that, and then, oh, I love her, and like really, really like. I don't know.
Super animated, wacky faces too. He's great.
Now I'm real red again.
Takeo.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
I watch all, like, I don't know why I don't watch the animes you're in. I never know what you are in.
You should wait. Can we talk about? I still have not seen it.
What?
Starship Troopers.
Which one?
The
one
one
that
where
you're
you're
in.
flesh.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Wait. The one where he's flesh? Like, you mean...
So okay.
Wait a minute. I've got a picture of it.
Okay, we'll show it to the...
I will,
listeners
most
on
definitely.
Facebook.
So you're familiar with Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen past the first one?
No.
Okay, so they continued on. They got wacky. They got crazy. They're cool. And they made one recently. Is it Trader of Mars?
Yes.
Trader 2 of?
Trader of Mars.
Trader of Joe's.
Yeah.
and it's an animated feature, but Andrew Love is in it as Andrew Love.
Well, not
as like a news, or I guess not as Andrew Love, but
I am the voice of the Federation. So if you've got, there it is.
Whoa. It's just a picture of you. Like you're on the friggin' news or something.
Yeah, but
show it to the camera.
So here, you can put it up there. The rest of the movie is whatchamacallit, is animated, but they wanted this one scene to be live action, and so I'm
live
kind of
action.
like,
That sounds way better than Flesh. Now I'm realizing.
Flesh acting.
Wow. You're up there with Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
And
You know what, Eddie? It's just like this.
man, Space Jam.
I think
all
it's
the
his
classics.
birthday today, Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I think so.
Christopher, if you're listening, call in at 713-526-8737. We'd love to wish you a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Marty!
Oh my God! He's here. Man, yeah. So that was one of the things in the Neo Benji that we did together. Was Christopher Lloyd was one of the characters.
Yeah, tying it back. You're bringing it back.
And it was so funny that throughout the entire rehearsal and writing process, we're like, okay, so whatever you do, just don't do a Doc Brown, you know? But then it's like, Christopher Lloyd is the voice of Doc Brown. Like, it's just, that's, I guess, I mean, you probably know more terminology.
Well, it was weird because mainly in Neo Benji, and I don't think we ever finished the explanation. I don't remember, but basically you take any video clip, you take out the audio, and then you recreate a story within a frame of 5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah, and sometimes people will chop it up. Sometimes people will leave it as it is to like bend the story how you want to.
And for the most part, I mean, there aren't any rules, but when we were doing the big benchies, it was like you don't want to do an impression of the actor that you're actually portraying. Yeah. Although I did exactly just that.
Yeah, you did
but
Doc Brown.
Nobody cared.
Thing. I think people really enjoyed it. I did not do a Hulk Hogan impression.
No.
I just think at like one point I may have been like, brother, oh, my voice is changing. But
brother,
yeah, like,
it's another adolescent. It was about a kid going through puberty.
It was about Hulk Hogan, and the way we wrote it is that he had like gigantism or something, and he had to go to the gigantism prom. Mm-hmm. And
he had been kicked out of every other interplanetary galactic high school, and this was the last place, and so he had to go meet with his
new daddy, Christopher Lloyd. And it's been a while. We had a lot of fun doing it.
He would get milk drunk.
Yeah, he would drink milk and like just get really drunk.
Christopher Lloyd would.
It's
too much calcium, man.
I'm starting to feel like I'm telling you how my improv recital was.
And then I was a rocket, and then I was a my favorite thing in the world. I assume you took theater in middle school as well. I don't know about. Did you ever take theater in? I don't know if they use them in high school at all, but like drama textbooks. I would always flip immediately to improv because the photos of improv are just like nothing. Like, it's like people like the dumbest poses and stuff. It's great. I love pictures of improv.
I never took theater in middle school. I was forced to take band.
Nice. Wait, what did you play?
I played the drums.
That's right.
Or the percussion.
I have a funny story about that as well. I started 6th grade, and you had a choice to go band or arts.
Yeah, and that was what we had.
And I did band with alto saxophone.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Alto.
Yeah, and within a week, I was like, I have made a huge mistake. I need to be in theater now. And so I came up with this thing that in my family.
Did you say it in that voice? Just stand up and I need to be in theater now. And he's like, oh, yes, sir.
Maybe if I had done that, it would have worked because I said I had TMJ, which is a type of
the jaw thing.
Yeah,
my dad had that.
Yeah, and so playing the saxophone was very uncomfortable, and I just wasn't going to be able to do it, and I probably should be doing theater, which in retrospect is really stupid because it means that I, would be using my jaw a lot, flapping my gums.
Oh, you could be the next Clint Eastwood, my friend.
So they put me in percussion.
Yeah, that's an easy way out. Yeah. I remember my mom, I signed up for orchestra because she was like, you got to do a music class. You can't just like go do acting or art or something. Like, which one am I doing?
You don't
now?
go do acting, you act.
In an alternate universe, you have taken that class and instead you've devoted your life to playing like some type of instrument. I don't know, the triangle.
Oh man, I could hit that wood block. But I signed up for orchestra, and I guess when they realized how much violin cost, my mom was just like, oh, his ears, it's going to be so close to his ears, and I think that's going to really mess him up. And so they put me in percussion instead.
Take those headphones off.
Banging the bass drum and snare drum, and then they just bought me like the cheapest. I'm pretty sure it was like 4 layers of cardboard practice pad of like so they thought like, he'll do this for a year and then find something else to do.
Find something else to hit.
And you did.
I did it for 3 years. I did it up until high school. Yeah, I was in marching band for a little bit, and they put me on this drum line was so big that they didn't have enough instruments. So
if you just want a ham bone in the back.
Yeah, they're just like, okay, we can't. Yeah, I just love how the band is like, oh crap, we don't have any money for instruments. Let's just tell them band is so popular right now, so big. Yeah, so what they did is they
so big. There's one trumpet player.
They put together a sawhorse. And they're like, here's some sticks, play on the sawhorse. And I was like, I am going to go do newspaper. And then I went on to all my other extracurriculars. Not that fun.
That's fun.
No, that's good.
That's great. You started working for the press, the enemy of the state.
Yeah. Hey, it's voting day. It is. You should go vote. Vote for Beto so you can balance out Ned's vote.
Man, I tried to go.
Ted loving.
Please.
Son of a gun.
Honest. Wait, what did he call him? Beautiful
He said
Ted.
he's no longer Lion Ted. He's Beautiful Ted.
You have reached perfect form. Beautiful Ted. He bursts into white armor. You are now.
He just like flies up and like shoots Beto.
Yeah, what anime is Beautiful Ted in?
That's the name of the anime. Beautiful Ted.
Beautiful Ted.
Oh,
Politics.
boy. Yeah, you guys did a. Yeah, we'll avoid it. It's KPFT. We can't talk politics. You guys did a thing similar to Neo Benchi recently.
Yes, yeah.
Why don't you guys talk us through that? What's it called?
It's called.
Can we talk about it?
I think we can talk about it. We just can't ever show anybody, or maybe we can. We just can't.
We need to figure out
Did
you
what
guys
we can
commit
do.
a crime?
We possibly. We might be committing it right now. There was a movie. Let's just not say the title of the movie.
Yeah.
Or we can say the title.
You don't have to. If you guys are going to get in trouble for this, don't.
No, we should definitely talk about it.
No, I think it's.
We just never, I guess,
What-
figured out the full legalities of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did a movie. We were asked, it's a live action kaiju movie, and we were asked to do a Neo Benchi on it, was basically what he
A
said.
loose Neo Benchi.
Yeah, he's basically like, rewrite the script, but it's kind of already a comedy movie, but we can't use the same jokes, so we really had to just jump
punch it out.
in.
Yeah, it was a weird process because it was a marriage of the Neo Benchi and anime, because obviously it's already done, but we couldn't break up the story and really change the story too
we weren't
much.
allowed to cut it up, which is
Really?
I feel like the longer the Neo Benchi you do, the more you're just like, I gotta trim this up to figure it out.
Yes.
So we basically did it one character at a time. Andrew stepped up to the mic. This is where I truly learned how much more experienced Andrew is than I, because Andrew could just zip through a scene. And he did the first character, the old samurai man.
Levi Samurai.
Levi Samurai.
Andrew
All right.
improvised the entire movie through of that character, and then we just built it one more character at a time and kept adding little pieces to it until it was a full movie. So the storyline itself, it makes sense.
There was one character we didn't change any of the lines.
Yeah.
And it was one of the females. It was the daughter of the the main scientist, but she's basically the main female of the movie. And we kept her lines because they were a lot of exposition lines, and so it allowed us to kind of get that story out. And then we made most everyone else around her very, very kooky, and that was a lot of fun because I have watched that movie so many times because
I have not, and I'm so afraid to watch again. And every time you tell me it's good, I'm like, man, I should definitely watch it. I remember having so much fun, and then I think about it. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be so bad at it.
No, I mean, and maybe it just becomes a little too of a pet project, but I really
we need to force Conner to watch it. That's what it comes down to.
Because ultimately, Ned
You
and
gotta
I
force me to do Jack, man. I'd love to watch it.
There are 3 characters that Ned and I do not play in that entire movie. There's a main scientist, and then a guard, and a media reporter guy, and that's
two little one-offs, and then
by Patrick, our engineer.
And then Kyle Jones, who you know.
Yeah.
We just saw his Lake Texarkana Godzilla last week at Brazil.
I had a really good time watching that.
Yeah, it was a blast.
What was it called? Texarkana Gamera?
Yeah.
Yeah, Texarkana Gamera was a dubbing, much like what you guys are describing, of Gamera 2 that was done by Kyle Jones, one of your coworkers.
John Swayze and
Jay Hickman.
Jay Hickman, yeah.
And
God, Jay's so funny.
It was so funny. I really, really enjoyed it. So, yeah, I would love to see what you guys have, if there's any way, shape, or form that it could be presented to the public.
Public, we'll work on that.
Why don't you guys just find a lawyer or something and ask them all these questions?
Well, actually, our next guest...
Alyssa Ladd. Yeah, I'm...
No, we can definitely figure out a way to screen it. We just haven't moved forward on that. We wanted to try to show it at a convention at one point, but we just didn't have it finished in time. But I'd be down to show it.
I'm excited. The only issue is that Unfortunately, the main source material it's a good movie, ish, and it's that they were obviously working with a constricted budget, and so a lot of their dialogue was just live dialogue in the room, and they didn't like record the voice separate and do Foley and all that stuff. And so what generally happens when we're dubbing this stuff is you have all of the audio tracks split into different things. They have like music and effects as one full track, and then the audio track, you take the audio track out and you still have like, oh, the rain sounds and the feet walking and, you know, dogs
you have
barking
this perfectly orchestrated thing for the animes that you can just like lay your stuff on top of. But for this movie, there's a lot of like,
where they just put a mic in a room and that was the movie's audio. And so when we took out the Japanese, it took out all of the audio.
Yeah, so we had engineers at work like working tirelessly to like get all the new Foley on there, like figure out.
Yeah, and that was I think if we had a little bit more time, it would have been really fun to do the Foley ourselves. I would go crazy for that.
Oh yeah,
all the monster sounds.
For those who are listening at home and don't know, Foley is sound effects. So Foley is just like people running, going, or like tuning a radio.
Whoa, who's running in this?
Like different sound effects like that. Windshield wipers.
Wait,
that's me moving my arm.
We made this movie in college that was like a.
Oh my gosh!
I was telling you about this called The Champ. And we.
I love the name.
It was based on. I had this world history teacher in high school that was a really lovely guy, but just didn't teach us, and would talk to us about really inappropriate stuff as to, you know, like bring in videos about religion that like was kind of like you should be a Christian and you should be doing this stuff. Not necessarily in public high school, but he had this one about. I don't know why we were watching this, but it was about a magician in the 80s who was also a kung fu master.
Oh no!
And he had this thing where he was like, he could move a card once you put an aquarium over the card, and he would move it with his mind. And they found out that he was like shooting his breath under because the aquarium is like one side is slightly less than the other side, and so
so he could
do this and stuff. And so I created this character of this guy.
That's such an outrageous to be like, I could move a card with my mind. Just bring me an aquarium. Everyone's like, why?
Because I want to show you that I can do it through glass, guys, through glass. Again, world history. And so I created this character that is this kung fu dude who's like a he's a role model to people, but he's actually not a role model. Like he's against violence against women, but he's also a drunk and like. I don't know how much further into the other stuff that he would go into I can say on the radio. But he was against drugs, but found himself in precarious situations, inclling those things.
An easily influenced. Delusional.
This character sounds complicated.
Well, he also had anger issues. He was working with his partner Brooks and. Was in a rage of fighting, and he turned around and he punched a hole through his partner. And so like he has to learn to overcome his rage. And,
sounds like Brooks is done.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a good one. I'll give you that.
Just had my finger on the trigger. I was like, yeah, just say something, man.
So we had him break some dude's back over his knee, and we put Foley in, and the only like that's. You know, circling back around to why I brought this up, we used lettuce, and we just did a head of lettuce, and we split that, and it was so visceral. I mean, it's like, it's rough, dude.
I remember reading, I was really into Animorphs, the book series, and when they did the TV show, I got this like little book of tidbit and trivia, and they said that whenever the characters would morph into animals, which was horribly done on CGI, but they would crunch pretzels to make it sound like their bones were
Oh,
forming.
cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I bought that.
I love
Did you
sound
eat
design.
the pretzels?
Yeah.
yeah, I had
Oh,
road
okay.
golds.
Yeah.
He ate them, and as they crunched in his mouth, he slowly turned into a snake.
Why a snake?
Uh.
I feel
You
like
seen the guy? Yeah.
whoa.
Nah, I'm kidding. I'm
Hey,
joking
what
around.
is it?
I'm yanking your tail, which is your whole body, you snake.
To me on the first day of early voting, you gave it to me.
You come to me on the day of my early voting.
We got 2 weeks of early voting, and you kick it off by saying that to me. All right. That's great. Just what I needed to hear. Andrew,
Yeah.
you've got...
Wait, we got to talk about some parties real quick because we need to stick to the theme of
okay.
the show.
All
no, we
right.
don't have to. If you
All right.
Yeah,
I will make this as PG as I possibly can. As I was a kid growing up, I'm a little bit older than you guys, and so I lived through the majority of the 80s. When I say that, I mean all of the 80s. And so I saw a lot of 80s movies where dudes would get drunk and take their clothes off at parties. And I was totally afraid that would happen to me. And sure enough, at my first party, I got kind of drunk and ended up in my underwear in the party.
it was a self-fulfilling. Whoop.
Hey, I can
Am I at your party?
Yeah, so that's one party story.
What's in this microphone?
Now, you've also done a lot of conventions.
Uh-huh.
Have you fallen into any, like, convention parties? Like, getting invited back to some otaku hotel rooms or anything like that?
No, I wish I mean, I don't wish I could say I was. I'm very, very strict about this when it comes to those types of things.
You don't hang out with
You are
them.
at work.
I do not want to be seen as someone that could take advantage of a situation because it's very fine line when you go to these types of conventions because I like just talking to people and I like people to feel like I'm friendly, but you got to draw a line between I'm a guest and you're a fan, and I don't want to blur that by
Oh, I didn't mean, like, hanging... I didn't mean, like, hooking up with someone. I meant, like, did you get invited to any parties at, like, the...
I think he's saying he doesn't want to put himself in a party situation to accidentally create that.
Yeah, and I also,
gotcha.
I mean, and I'm. It's weird because I don't want to, for younger viewers, I don't want it to be a situation where they feel like if I was their role model, that's what I was promoting is like getting really sauced or something like that. I like to keep.
I'd really like it if they're like, my hero got sauced.
He was so jazzed.
I want to be like Andrew Love, sauced and tossed.
You may have seen him on TMZ.
Get out of here!
I'll eat this whole Blu-ray. I'm on it anyways.
I would love to see you just like Alec Baldwin style eating that McDonald's or whatever. It was just like, I hate you so much.
We'll come over later.
Heck, it'll be 10 p.m. in about...
Yeah.
And with that, we got to move into our last segment of the night. So let me get this going for us. All right. I want a new plug. Andrew, what's going on?
Oh.
Tell us all the stuff you're doing after I sing this song. All right, Andrew, what's going on with you in the next coming weeks?
The first Tuesday of every month at the secret group is Neo Benji. It's usually at 8 o'clock. Come on down. I'll have things on TV pretty soon that I can talk about that I can't talk about now.
Okay.
And yeah.
What shows, any shows out right now? I guess My Love Story for sure.
Yeah, I love.
Anything I can binge? Anything I can see you in?
highdive.com.
Yeah, dude, highdive.com. Some stuff on Amazon. A good place to find out all the stuff that I've done voice-wise, or at least for anime, is animenewsnetwork.com. There's a very extensive list. If you just search for my name, you can look it up. Also, Behind the Voice Actors has a pretty good list, and with pictures of my characters.
Yeah, I'm also on Behind the Voice Actor. They have a photo of me from 2009 for some reason. I can't change it. I don't know how to change it.
I know that photo. I'll be sharing it to the Instagram soon. Speaking of Instagram and other social medias, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter, at AndrewLoveVA.
Yeah, I noticed that Annie posted something about the show, and then my Twitter feed, my notifications was blowing up with, like, your fans.
Oh, good.
Like, oh, I hope everyone's listening.
Yeah.
All right, so where can we find you? What's your handle again?
At AndrewLoveVA.
VA.
Yeah, as in voice actor.
Very astute. Okay, and are you on Instagram or anything?
I'm kind of. I get.
We're on and off.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of this thing we got working on. No, I'm not really. I'm kind of an old man, and technology is hard. I can make calls and send texts.
You're one of those Firefly phones.
You guys are just getting an Andrew up. Whoa, wait, we're getting a call. Hang on.
Hello.
Hi, you're on Effin Rager.
Hey, can we sing that song that's like,
Yeah,
all I
what
want
is
is your extra time and your kiss.
No.
I don't have my headphones on, so I can't
He's
hear this
singing
phone
that
call.
Prince song.
Oh, man.
All I can do is.
I don't know Prince very well, and I don't think this guy does either. Thanks for calling in, buddy.
Hey, thanks
Try
so
again
much.
next week. All right. That's the guy we were telling you about.
Yeah, I love that. I'm so glad he called. I was really afraid he was going to call again.
You'll be able to hear him on the post. So is that everything?
Yeah, I
You
think
like
so. If I'm on Facebook, but I'm a bad Facebooker. I don't really post that much.
Alrighty. Ned, do you have anything to plug?
For the Effin Rager camp tomorrow is the live show at Secret Group.
That's right. We teased it last week, and now we can formally announce our show is now moving to Secret Group. We'll be in the main stage room. It's going to be at 8 p.m. So, you know.
Yeah, we got Bob Morrissey and Stacey Karajas
Yeah.
on K-Rage.
So, find out more information on our Facebook and Instagram pages. We'll be posting tomorrow to get y'all amped. And
then, as always, as the end of the month creeps ever closer like a spooky demon, Spooky Stand-Up is coming up. We'll be in Austin on October 27th, this Saturday.
Wait, is that the 27th?
Or 28th?
I thought it was the 26th.
Well, one of those days will be in Austin.
26th is the Friday, and then 27th is
Double
the Saturday.
damn it. All right.
So this Saturday, the 27th, will be in Austin, and then on the 31st, we'll be in Houston at the Secret Group. We got one more call. Let's wrap this up.
Hey, you're on Effin Rager.
Hey, is Andrew there?
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew. I was just returning your call from earlier today.
Oh,
What's up,
thanks,
man?
dude. Hey, man. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. Yeah, just sorry about the missed call. Just wanted to make sure I got back to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can talk later.
Cool. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for doing that. All right. This has been another episode of Effin Rager. Thank you all so much for listening. Rage on, everybody. Bye.
Bye.